When am I going to remember I don't like tea? Oh, wow. Oh, I forgot I had this. 3 discs, not bad. Did any of you watch this as a kid? Yeah. Oh, wait. I just remembered I have no way of actually knowing if any of you are responding. How did Dora the Explorer do that? Mind reading. There is one thing you can definitely say about all video game cartoons. They're really weird. Video game cartoons like this one, in theory, make sense. You know, you've got a popular franchise like Mario, with characters that are already well established. You know, they've got their main characters, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Toad. That's all sorted. They've already got their big fan bases. So, really, that's the main problems that most TV shows have. They need to establish their characters and get a big fan base from seemingly nothing. So, how come video game cartoons always seem to go really wrong? It was in the 1990s where video games, and also video game cartoons, started becoming popular. Characters like Mario, though, were quite undefined, and that's where I believe the video game cartoons went wrong. Mario didn't have any specific traits, because really, no characters talked back then. There was no voice acting in games. Only some games would feature little snippets of text, but most of them didn't. That's why Mario's only traits really were that he was Italian, he was a plumber, he saved the princess, and he liked to jump a lot. That's why in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Mario saves the princess. There's a lot of jumping sound effects, and he likes to talk a lot about spaghetti. And food in general. Just take a look at this little montage of what he says in the first episode of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch. Pasta power.
Pasta power!
Mamma mia. Salami sandwich. I hate to run on an empty stomach. I'm hungry enough to eat anything. Patty cake, pasta man. Give me pasta power as fast as you can. Pasta power. Pepperoni cheesecake. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I love when that happens.
Despite all that talk about spaghetti, Mario stayed vaguely true to what we think of as his character today. He was still good at jumping, saved the princess, stayed upbeat, tried to protect Luigi and the rest of the cast, and always tried to fight Bowser, or, as he was known in this show, King Koopa, for some reason. However, Link in the Legend of Zelda cartoon speaks, and whilst that's pretty normal for a cartoon, in the Legend of Zelda games, Link never, and I repeat, never speaks. Now, for all of you who know the Legend of Zelda, Link's the hero that goes around slashing enemies, saving Princess Zelda, defeating a giant pig called Ganon, solving puzzles, and doing all your typical questing hero stuff. And to be honest, they're pretty fun games all round, but all that you see is him just sort of... and everyone understands what he's saying. That's a stylistic choice, and it served the series well. But he does decide to speak in the Legend of Zelda cartoon. And I think there's a reason that he hasn't spoken until then.
Hey! Excuse me, princess. Well, excuse me, princess. Hey, excuse me, princess. Hey, excuse me, princess. Hey, excuse me, princess. Excuse me, princess. Excuse me, princess. Well, excuse me, princess.
Why is he sassy? Why is he like this? What happened to you, Link? Hush, my sweet prince. That's enough, I think, of the Legend of Zelda cartoon. Sorry, Lucy. No more Legend of Zelda. But let's go back to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. And to start off with, let's start off at the start with the intro. Okay, this is looking good. There's Mario.
paisanos,
Hey
it's
there,
the Super
Mario. Super
Mario
Mario Bros.
Brothers
Super Show.
Super
This is looking alright. And wait, what? What? Oh, why? What? Why are they real people? Why did you do this, Nintendo? But to be entirely honest, actually, the intro's pretty good, to be honest. It's really flipping catchy. Really catchy. Like, when I started looking at it for this episode, whoa, it's a bit catchy. But just to add on to the top of that, the ending credits theme, ooh, that's even better. It's a bit of a dance song, if you put it that way. Just have a look at it.
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now.
And coming up to the dance floor now, it's Jayoman, dancing the Mario. Please feel free to join in at home.
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.
What am I doing? Wow, I just look like a right proper geek. Now, at the start of the show, Mario says, "Hey, paisanos."
Hey, paisanos!
But I've never known what that meant, so for the sake of science, why don't we find out? Right, paisano's meaning. Paisano, a peasant of Spanish or Italian ethnic origin? What? At the start of the show, Mario calls all of the kids watching it peasants.
Hey,
Italian peasants.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
As many of you who saw this show, like me, as a child will know, about half of the show is a Super Mario sitcom, whilst the other half is an animated sketch. The two sides of the story don't really match up, if I remember correctly, but overall, the show's okay. It's not too great, it's not too bad, it's pretty decent. That's really all I can say on it. But just remember, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Forever. Now, as you all should know by now, I am a big Sonic fan. Yeah. And imagine, if you will, the child me at the age of the child's age, when I found out that such thing as a Sonic cartoon, a Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon based on Sonic the Hedgehog, existed. It was amazing. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the early Sonic cartoons, and it featured all of your favourite characters. Sonic, Tails, and last but by no means least, Eggman. Wait, what? Oh, Eggman goes from this in the games to this in the cartoon. Like the Mario show, this show is as, if not more, weird. The backgrounds are really weird, and it looks like the people who made them were maybe on drugs at some point. Just saying. But, to be honest, I think kids, and, well, I found it funny when I was a kid, but most people, yeah, would find it quite funny. You know, Sonic messing about with Dr. Eggman, and everyone being cartoonishly stupid in situations. It's just full of slapstick comedy, and I guess it's a good time. However, really, I suppose, looking back at it, it is a bit odd, and to be honest,
that's no good.
Recently, video game cartoons have become a fair bit rarer, and the only ones I can really think of are Sonic cartoons. What a happy coincidence. For example, Sonic X came around in 2004, and it was pretty successful. It came with mixed reviews, but it went on for 75 episodes, all being about 20 minutes long, and I never really had the chance to watch all of them. As a child, I thought the show was amazing, but I never got to watch more than a couple episodes. However, last year, I decided to go back, and whilst other people were watching through an entire series of Game of Thrones, I was watching through an entire series of Sonic X. The show Sonic X is, thankfully, much less weird than its predecessors, and incorporates lots of characters from the games like Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and Big the Cat. The show also features a lot of action scenes, which some of them get pretty darn cool, to be honest. The show is really interesting, and I had a blast watching it. Apart from featuring Big the Cat, the show always provided a lot of excitement with intense action scenes and just generally awesome things going on. The show was really great to me. The show always provided a lot of excitement for me as a kid. I mean, just listen to the opening sequence. And that, boys and girls, is where the phrase comes from. The latest Sonic cartoon is Sonic Boom, which is
Pretty much like the game Sonic Boom Rise of Low, which is absolutely rubbish. It's awful, don't play it, it's really, really bad. It's even worse than Sonic 06, maybe not so, but it's really, really bad. We're not going to talk about it right now, so really, just please don't bring it up. No, Sonic Boom, the game, awful, don't get it, not even on the 3DS. They're making a sequel, why? It's really bad, why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to everyone? Why if they hate Sonic so much? SEGA, I hate you so much. This game is awful, do not buy it.
But the cartoon's pretty good. Sonic Boom is still currently airing, and I'm trying to keep up with the series as it goes along. It, strangely enough, was written by people who had previously worked on shows like The Simpsons and Adventure Time, and it shows pretty well because a lot of the jokes work pretty well. Unlike with Sonic X, which focused more on action, big set pieces, big fights, and a large overarching story which gradually built up to a big climax, Sonic Boom is very short episodes that don't have an overarching story. Instead of focusing on action, it focuses more on a more adult sort of comedy idea of the dynamic between the characters. So, in essence, Sonic Boom is a sitcom. Most of the jokes come from the characters interacting, or there's a bit of slapstick comedy, but it's more, like I said, of a comedy than an action show, like most of the other cartoons are. And yeah, for that, it's pretty good. But yeah, I quite like it actually. It's actually helping me to get over the atrocity that was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Well, that rounds up this episode, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I think I'm going to go watch some more video game cartoons always going to be fun. Ta for now. Oh, and don't forget that
When the pipe is plugged, keep plunging.
6.5 hours later.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
how can I not stop watching this? I need to stop watching this. Phew. Oh, flip it. It's nighttime already. Oh, wow. It's a full moon outside. Wow. It's not very often that you see a full moon. Ugh, I'm feeling a bit full. I shouldn't have eaten that whole lunch. Get it? Full moon. Get it? Full moon. Because it's full, because it's eaten, and that means it's full, but it's a play on words, because a full moon is when it's a perfect circle. Get it? It's funny. Get it?
Keep plunging.